We all got skills. We have talents and we have passions. But mine happens to be sex. This is the Funsexual podcast with your oversharing swinky best friend, Majesty. And I'm talking sex and all of the ways and all of the things that make sex, well, fun. Hello, friends. This is the Funsexual podcast, and I am the host, Majesty. That's Majestyyy, all three of my Y's. Also known as Maj to my friends, also known as the Play Party Princess, the Wholesome Hoe, the Sexy Sweetheart, the Chocolate Velma, and the Cultivator of Good Vibes. Welcome to October. Welcome to episode 60-something of the Funsexual podcast. I know it ain't 69 though, because I'm excited for 69. I'm gonna do something. I want to do something fun for 69, but welcome. If you are new here, hey, you're gonna love it here. We have so much fun here. I'm basically like your oversharing kinky best friend. And I love that for us. I love that for you, but I love that for us. I'm kidding. It's really weird that the weather has taken this turn from being hot to being cold, like straight up skipped the weather that I was looking forward to. And then today it had the nerve to be like kind of warm. The weather has really taken a turn, and I didn't care. I didn't mind it so much initially, but then I realized like, oh no, seasonal depression is back. Yay. So yeah, something to just be wary of, something to just be looking out for and mindful of. But seasonal depression, baby, is back. And I don't know what it was, but last week I went through a little depression spell, real deep. And I didn't know if it was attributed to seasonal depression or the fact that I was on my period and PMSing. But let me rewind that. I think that my period was so bad because for the first time of my life, I've taken birth control to skip my period. My boo was in town and I wanted to do some coochie things. And so I took some birth control, and I'm not on birth control. I'm not on any form of birth control. But a friend, not even my friend, my sister gave me some of her birth control pills. She's mad pregnant right now, so she don't need them anyway. But she gave me some of her old birth control pills, and that was my first time. I was like, I heard that if you take the birth control pills when your period's supposed to come, it'll help it delay. So the day before it was supposed to come, I took 2. The next day I took 2 more, and the day after that I took 2 more, and it delayed my period for probably 5 or 6 days from when it was actually supposed to come. So found out that trick actually works. But when I did get my period, my cramps were bad. I PMS'd hard. I was pretty much in my room, in my bed for about 3 days straight. And on the 3rd day, my mother was like, what's going on? What's going on? And I'm just crying. I was really a mess. And I don't know if it was PMS. I don't know if it's seasonal depression setting in. I don't know if it's just frustration of life, or maybe it's a combination of all of it. But last week was not cute. This week I feel significantly better, because some things are just life is happening and things are working out. But you know how when something is going on and you can't do nothing but laugh? I'm having some of those moments. All you can do is laugh, because if I don't laugh, then I'm just gonna be sad. So I just gotta laugh and roll with the punches with some things. So that's kind of where I am. But I really do feel like this is the upturn. This is where it gets really good. I feel like that's the point that I'm at right now. So I'm kind of excited. The apartment saga might be ending. I looked at an apartment today. I might be a Philly joint real soon. Real soon. I might be a Philly joint. I might be moving to Philly. Of which I'm not upset about at all. I actually have some plans because haven't really found much community in Philly. So I said, if I move to Philly, I'm creating community out there. So, be on the lookout for your girl, because I'm never scared to go into a new city, so that might be happening next. We'll see. Y'all are getting the this is me like processing the thoughts, but that is definitely a thought of mine. Is like, if there's no community in Philly, I'm gonna create community in Philly, because fuck it, that's what I do. I bring people together and we have a great time, and I wouldn't be mad at that at all. I don't think I let y'all know, but when I went on my did I tell y'all? I can't remember, but when I went on my date, my scavenger hunt date, it ended with me going to it wasn't part of the scavenger hunt. I was just like 3 drinks in, maybe 4 drinks in, and decided it was a good idea to go and get my VCH re-pierced. I got it pierced 10 years ago when I was a freshman in college, and it had been in until right before my breast reduction, like the week before my breast reduction. I was going to, making my rounds, hitting up my boys, and one of them was eating my pussy, and the next thing I know, like, he comes up and like pulls out my VCH out of his mouth, and I was like, oh my god, and I never put it back in after that. And that was a year ago now. So I decided to go get it re-pierced. Let me say that getting it re-pierced, it wasn't closed. The hole had like shrunk, but it wasn't completely closed. Getting that thing pushed through hurt way worse than getting it initially done. I don't think people tell you that, because I didn't know that. In my mind, it was going to be like this smooth, easy. No. Pushing that shit through, stretching that hole hurts way worse than the initial piercing. But I had that thing in, and then I went to go see my boo. Well, my boo came up this way to see me, and, we're playing around and stuff like that, and my coochie was so irritated, and I was so mad because I just wanted to be able to fucking get my pussy ate and play with my toys, but my coochie was hurting so bad from that fucking piercing. Then I tried to take it. I tried to just go through with it, but it was hurting so bad. My clit ended up being like, it was so swollen. I remember going to the bathroom and looking and being like, yo, my clit's not normally this big. And it was just really swollen and irritated. It was uncomfortable. So then I tried to take it out. They screwed those balls on like hell. I couldn't take it out. He couldn't take it out. It was hurting. I had to end up going to the piercing shop and getting it taken back out because that shit was painful. I want to put it back in though, but I have my thoughts of why it was hurting so bad, but it was really, really irritated. So that saga that might be the end of an era, but I really did. That was one of my favorite piercings, and so I really would like to bring it back, but it ain't worth the pain. It is not worth the pain. Part of this apartment hunting saga that's been going on, I confirmed something for myself today. And I hate to admit it. But you know what? I don't hate to admit it. I'm just going to reword it so I can say it in the way that I like. I have expensive taste. And it is not on purpose. It's not on purpose. Like, I be really liking the expense. I won't know how much things cost. And I will still pick the most expensive thing. I went mattress shopping today. I just went to the store because now I'm about to move. Got to give me a mattress, and I'm definitely getting me a king size bed. I am getting me a king size bed. Queen size has done me right. Plenty of fun on queen size mattresses, but I have been in a queen size bed since I was in high school, or before. No, since I was in high school, I have been in a queen size bed. We are going king size now. I want to be able to fit 4 people in my bed. Okay. So yeah. We're going king size. I go to the mattress store today, and I'm like laying on mattresses. Now, the last time I bought a mattress was probably maybe 5 years ago. But that was also, I was in my early 20s. That was also a time in my life where my body just worked and everything was great with my body. So it didn't really, like, I could sleep on the floor and be okay. So when I picked a mattress, at that time, I picked the cheapest mattress that I could find. And it was cool. And I rocked with it until about a year ago. And my body started hurting. I would wake up, my body was always hurting. My back was always hurting, also like titties. But that mattress, I realized like this mattress is really not comfortable. And then I started thinking, like, what is a comfortable mattress? Am I more soft? Am I more firm? Whatever. So then when I moved here, the mattress that was in the guest room became my bedroom. So I'm sleeping on this mattress, and it was cool at first, pillow toppy and all that stuff. But the more I slept on it, the more I'm like, this mattress ain't really that comfortable either. Like, all of that pillow top plush bullshit is bullshit. That stuff, I think when you get older, your body can't do all that soft, fussy, fluffy. I can't do that stuff no more. Like I've come to the conclusion that I'm like a firmer mattress girl. That fluffy sinking in stuff, it really hurts my body. I'm just getting older, I guess. But that stuff hurts my body. So anyway, I'm going to the mattress store today, laying on some different mattresses, trying to see what I would like because I'm about to be buying me a new mattress. And so I lay on a couple different things, and I found this mattress, y'all. I found this mattress. It wasn't a pillow top. It was some type of like gel situation that it's like a purple, one of those purple mattresses, but it's the hybrid one. So it has like spring at the bottom. So it has nice bounce, but not super bouncy bounce. And then the top is like still, it's like you nestle into it, but it's still firm because it's this like honeycomb kind of pattern thing. I don't know, but I know that mattress was amazing. I look up how much it costs. Why does this mattress cost $2,600? $2,600? I don't know if I am tripping. The last mattress that I bought was like, I want to say like $500, maybe $550. No more than $6 though. Definitely no more than $6. $2,500? Crazy. I want it though, so I think I'm gonna treat myself. And I was talking to somebody today. He was like, he was like, a mattress is one of those things that you do not want to go cheap with. Like, you want to get something that's gonna be good for you. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe I will spend $2,600 on a mattress. Bucket. So we'll see. I hate that my taste is expensive. I hate that my body likes expensive food and enjoys expensive experiences and likes expensive mattresses, apparently, because what the fuck. But I'm moving, hopefully. Knock on something. Hopefully I will be moving soon, so this whole like moving saga bullshit can just be over, and I will be very happy, very, very grateful for that. While I was in the bed for a couple days, or actually when I was getting out of my little depression spell last week, I ended up rewatching Flavor of Love, season 1. Okay. I haven't watched that since it first aired. And I remember when it first aired, because me, my mother, my sister, my stepfather, we would like be eating dinner, watching TV, like watching Flavor of Love when it came out, when it was on TV. And it was a big deal. And I remember laughing and thinking it was so funny. But it was so interesting watching that now, 2023. The show has been out for, I don't know, 15, 16 years or something like that. And I'm watching it now, and I saw how much body shaming and slut shaming happened. Now, initially, I was watching it and I was just like, ugh. Oh God, like it was uncomfortable. Some of it was just a little bit uncomfortable to watch, because it's like, why are you saying that? Like, get off of that. Sorry, baby. Why are you saying that? Like, why are you doing that? First of all, why y'all acting like that? Because them bitches was acting loony, straight up loony. But there was just so much slut shaming and body shaming, and then I was like, we aired this on TV like this. Like this was like normal, just to call people fat, and then what they consider fat wasn't even fat. They kept calling Hottie, like, there was this whole thing about Hottie being fat, Hottie being big. She really isn't even fat. And so, I get it. She might have been big for that time, but just to watch that is really like hindsight 2020, how much like our perception has like changed and all that stuff. But let me also say, quality entertainment. That shit could not air today. It would have been, there was so much wrong with it. Flavor Flav grabbing these women and groping these women. That shit would not fly today at all. But it was really interesting. And I also remember one of the girls made a point of like, she was like, she basically said like, if I'm not intimate with him soon, like I'm going to get kicked off because the other women are like being intimate with him and whatever. And that like, a little bit of that broke my heart, because I was like, damn, she really feel like she got to give up some coochie to this man that she probably not even into, because other girls is giving him coochie, and not giving him coochie is going to get her X'd off of a show where he's supposed to be finding love. Like it was a lot of stuff in that show that, obviously we didn't really pay much attention to 15 years ago or whatever the fuck it came out. But watching it now, still good comedy, but also like we have come a way. I don't know for the better or for the worse, but we've definitely come away. So that was a very interesting situation. What else is interesting situation is I've talked on here about my desire to be a mother. I've talked on here about my future husband and wanting to get married. I go back and forth all the time on both. And right now, I am in one of those places where I'm like, fuck them both. Fuck marriage. Fuck kids. I am having one of those moments. Like, there's so much stuff out there that just doesn't make either one of them seem worth it. Like, why be stressed out raising somebody and being responsible for somebody and having to pay for somebody, like financially responsible for somebody for 18 years and emotionally and mentally responsible for somebody for 18 years when I could just be depressed or be responsible for myself and have more money and be able to like at least go on vacation and be depressed in a villa in Tahiti. Like, there's a lot of things that are making having kids not look good lately. There's a whole lot of stuff making marriage not look very good lately, and I'm in a very weird place, and I'm sure I'll go back to the feels that I had before. But like, let me tell you, a lot of people that are doing marriage ain't making marriage or kids or any of that shit look good. Like, I could really be like the single rich auntie on vacation, living life for the rest of my life. And is that bad? Is it bad? Is it selfish if I want that? No. There's a part of me that did feel selfish about, like, what if I don't bring kids into this world? Nah, right now I ain't feeling very selfish about it. Right now I'm feeling like it's probably better for a lot of people, because let me tell you, so many things will glorify that shit. But when you see that shit in real life and people actually get down and dirty and actually start having real conversations, that shit is not that fucking glamorous. That's not a shot to anybody getting married, wanting to get married, having kids, or wanting to have kids. I'm just saying, this shit, life right now making this shit look real stressful. And it don't help that everything is expensive. Everything is expensive right now. This shit is not sustainable. It's not sustainable. I want a scam. I said what I said. But on to better news. Something that really made me smile this week. There was a few things that made me smile this week, and a few people that made me smile this week. But one of the things that made me smile this week was Virgin Airlines. Virgin Airlines have like updated their policies so that their cabin crew, pilots, and ground team can wear the uniforms that best suit them and that they are most comfortable in. So that means there might be, trans employees that can dress in whatever the clothes that make them feel comfortable. So you see a man with beautiful like eyeshadow and lip glow and lipstick and glimmer, shimmer, looking fabulous in a skirt and as a part of the crew. You might see a pilot who is like some sort of like androgynous in a pantsuit that might have been, assigned female at birth. So like they are allowing the people to dress in the clothes, their employees, not the people, but they're allowing their employees to dress in the way that it's comfortable to them. And then I saw that in that they had an advertisement. In the advertisement, they had these pins on their shirt that had their pronouns on it. I love that. Not even just as like a, as a queer person. I love that as like just like a human being. I love that as a, I don't even want to say as an ally. Like, I want to disassociate myself from like anything queerness, anything LGBTQ. But as a human, you are allowing people to be who they are. That is a beautiful thing. And why is that this like super revolutionary thing? I don't know. It shouldn't be. That should be like the most basic of like human rights, but it's obviously not 2022 and it's obviously not. But it does make me super happy to see. It really, really does. Like, I love, you getting real comfortable, sir. Raisin is on my lap for anybody who's not watching, but you should be watching on YouTube. Look up the Funsexual podcast on YouTube and you could be watching right now. But anyway, it makes me really happy to see that. I want to see more of that. I want to see more acceptance. I want to see more inclusivity, all around the board. And I don't want it to be, it shouldn't be a thing like that we necessarily celebrate, because it should already be like that. Allow people to be who they are. And even from like a just strictly business standpoint, right? You get more out of your employees. They are more productive. They show up to work more. They are, interact with customers better when they are happy. So do things to make your do things to make your employees happy. You will get more out of them, even if you only care about the bottom, the dollar at the end of the day. Do the things to make have happy employees. You will make more money. I think that get off this cord. I think that that's a very simple concept, but some people miss that. So I'm really happy to see Virgin Airlines doing that. It makes me want to patronize them. I've never flown Virgin. I don't know if they fly out of the airports that I fly out of. I usually just fly out of what has the most convenient times for me. But I definitely want to patronize Virgin, because I would love to see that experience and really, see how that flow works. I'm really happy to see that. That really made me smile this week. Another thing that made me smile this week was Another thing that made me smile this week was I wanted to be really productive one day. I wanted to be really productive. This one day this week, I said, I haven't been productive. I need to be productive today. So I woke up in the morning, handled my morning routine, and I took my Adderall for the first time in a very long time. I haven't really been taking my Adderall. I've been saying I was going to, but I just didn't want to. I don't know why. I said I'm going to start taking my Adderall. I'm going to take my Adderall. I also have some mushrooms. I had just been coming out of a really depressing spell, and sometimes I like to microdose because it perks me back up. A little bit of shrooms, a microdose of shrooms just kind of perks me back up. So I said, I'm going to do my Adderall, be super focused. I'm going to do my little bit of shrooms, be super happy. I'm going to have me a great day. Things took a turn that day, but it's okay. But I did get oddly extremely horny. And that was where my focus and my happiness ended up going. To my coochie hole. That's where my happiness went. And let me tell you something. I was masturbating actually in this very spot for like 2.5, 3 hours. It was kind of crazy, nonstop. But what really excited me about it is that I unlocked a new kink. Something that I didn't realize that I was into or interested in. And that was, I don't really know what to call it, but I really enjoyed, I masturbate on camera every so often anyway, but I was masturbating on camera, and so that was enjoyable. But what I really enjoyed was after I got off the phone with my boo, who was in a meeting. He had his phone propped up while he's on running his meeting or whatever, or in this meeting. And he's watching me, but also watching his camera for work, trying to focus on this thing and trying to pay attention to this thing, but also watching me. And it was great. I was looking good. I saw myself. Me and him ended up getting off the phone, and a really good friend of mine, I don't remember the order that it happened, but a really good friend of mine ended up calling. And this is a male friend of mine that I'm not sexual with at all, not interested in being sexual with. But he could literally call me mid-masturbation. And I answered the phone. It wasn't facing me, it was facing to the ceiling, so he still doesn't know that I was masturbating while he was on the phone. We were only on the phone for a couple seconds, and I realized I couldn't do it. But when I say ushy gushy, moose knuckle, dripping wet waterfall pussy, I mean that. I have never squirted so hard. It was the feeling of me genuinely not wanting him to know what I was doing and trying to talk normal and trying to act like normal and shit. I had to hang up the phone. Wet through a puppy pad, 2 puppy pads. They were dripping, heavy, drenched, soggy. Crazy. It was ridiculous. I couldn't believe that happened. And then after that, I ended up calling somebody else on FaceTime that it doesn't matter. There's something enjoyable for me about playing with myself or teasing somebody. knowing that they can't have access to me. That tease for me was really, really fun. I don't know what to call that kink, but I really enjoyed it. The idea of like maybe potentially getting somebody in trouble and getting them caught was really enjoyable for me. My boo said one day, we're going to be together and he's going to have to be working or something like that. And I can like masturbate off to the side while he's in a meeting. And like, that was like hot for me. The thought of like me being kind of like behind your computer. So you're like looking at your computer, but you're looking at me. And I'm just going to be like playing with my pussy and shit. And he going to love it. And I'm gonna, like, I don't know what it is about that. But something about that was really like exciting. The thought of it was really exciting. Being on the phone with my friend and him not knowing was really exciting. I know he don't listen to the podcast, so I'm not worried about him finding out. And then I ended up calling somebody else. And just like knowing that like I can tease you and you're aroused, but you can't have me was something that I really enjoyed. And then I had this vision. Hear me out. Actually, I ain't even going to tell y'all my vision because I'm probably going to do it. And I want to be able to like reap the benefits and make the money because I think it's a good idea. And maybe it's a terrible idea, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to see how it turns out because I have this like exhibitionist part of me that is like jumping out right now. I've always been an exhibitionist, but right now it's like, yo, we need. So I'm gonna feed into that and see what that can be because I'm about to have the space and time to do it. So why the fuck not? New kinks unlocked. I would love to unlock some more new kinks. I am excited about getting to spend some time with my new boo because it's been a while since I've like really been with somebody consistently enough to want to like try new things with them. Because usually I'm having sex at play parties for real. And so, I just feel very comfortable with this person and it makes me want to be able to like do more and try different things and experiment and really, try some shit. So I'm very, very excited for that. But like that day in particular, between the Adderall and the mushrooms, coochie was crazy. Like Nikki said it on the episode with darling Nikki, Miss Nicole Nawaz. Mushrooms is like Viagra for vaginas, for real. It really, truly, honestly is. There is some science in there. I don't know who we need to get in the labs to do the research, to run the numbers, to do the experiments, and the things of the sort. But somebody needs to get in there and make it happen. I also need a name for this kink of mine beyond just being like an exhibitionist. This like teasing, but also kind of being ignored thing. I don't know what it is. I need to kind of like pinpoint what it is, but it's arousing. And I like it. And I really want to explore more of that. Sidebar. I really want y'all to listen to Miss Ari Lennox's new album, ASL, Age, Sex, Location. That album, I have had it on repeat for the last, I don't know, maybe like the last week or so. It is phenomenal. It is a really, really good album. Like, I feel like she's speaking to the women. I feel like she's speaking to me in this era, in this stage of my life. Like, it's just very relatable content. And I'm also a fan of Ari. She's just beautiful, beautiful body, beautiful face, love, amazing voice, really funny. So I want to support her in that way as well. But like, she's just a great artist, and this album like, I haven't had an album speak to me. Beyonce's album was great and I love it, but it didn't speak to my soul. It spoke to I think her album spoke to my body because it made me want to just like dance and it made me feel good. This album is like taking my thoughts and my experiences and putting it on and recording it and putting it out there, and I'm living for this album. So I really want y'all to listen to it. So I am actually going to add a song from that album to the playlist this week. What is the playlist? The playlist is a list of songs to play to. You can find the link to the playlist in my bio on Instagram at the Funsexual. You can listen to the playlist on Spotify, or you can listen to the playlist on Apple Music. So the song that we are adding this week to the playlist is Leak It by Ari Lennox and Miss Chloe Bailey. Really good song, very sexy song. this album is very sexy. It's very, it got some depth to it. But, it's just a very good album. 10 out of 10 would recommend that you listen to. So that was the playlist. Again, please check out the playlist. Tell me what you think, I curate this for you so that you have some music to listen to, when you're getting it going. And, I want y'all to enjoy that. So let me put y'all on. Raisin, I gotta take you off my lap for this. Sorry, buddy. Ooh, okay. So for this week's segment of Let Me Put Y'all On, I am going to put y'all on to something that I have been working on, something that I have been planning, something that I am very excited about. And that thing is the Funsexual Weekend Placation Kinks Giving Edition. You feel me? Now, what exactly is that? Do you remember back in February when I co-hosted Weekend Placation in the Pocono Mountains? Well, I'm doing it again. I'm doing this one solo dolo. It is going to be great. By the time this episode drops, I'm not going to lie, all of the solo beds are going to be sold out. They went very, very fast. They went very, very fast. The solo beds are just about gone. So there's couples tickets available, and there's also a wait list. If you are interested in being added to the wait list, fill out the vetting form. I'll hit you up and let you know that if spots are still available. But it's about to be a lit ass weekend. Let me tell you, the people are beautiful. They're excited to be there. I hired a chef to cook us Thanksgiving style, like a light Thanksgiving style meal. We're going to do some excursions. Last time we did the gun range. This time we could do the gun range again. We could do horseback riding. We could do hot air balloon ride. We could do wine tasting, casino, paintball. There's so many options of things that we can do because it's not quite like freezing cold yet. And that is going to be November 18th through the 20th in the Pocono Mountains. So if you are interested in attending the Weekend Placation, click the link in my bio and on Instagram at the Funsexual. And you can go to my link tree, or if you're on my Twitter, you can go to my link tree that's also link in bio and fill out the vetting form for the Weekend Placation. There are instructions about filling out the vetting form. Read through the instructions, handle your business. And I would really love to see you there. This is going to be a very special event. Everybody is being hand selected. There's a very, I don't want to call it a strict vetting process, but like I'm doing vetting interviews with every single person. So I am literally hand selecting and hand curating this entire event. It is going to be sexy. It's going to be dope. It's going to be fun. I want to laugh. The house that I got for this one is beautiful. We got a hot tub. We got a fire pit. Plenty of beds, plenty of space. The space is beautiful. It is going to be, I'm really looking forward to it. So again, that is going to be Weekend Placation, Kinks Giving, on November 18th through the 20th. It's a Friday to a Sunday, and I would really love to see you there. If you're interested in attending, go ahead, link in bio on Instagram and Twitter, fill out the vetting form, and I'll get back to you. So that was this week's Let Me Put Y'all On, okay? And so, before I get out of here this week, per usual, I'm going to leave you with an affirmation. And that affirmation this week is, your anxiety is a hater. Your anxiety is a hater. It's a voice in your head telling you that you can't do things. You can do it. You can do all of the things. You can do all of the things. You can try all of the things. You are able. You are smart. You are beautiful. You are loved. You are liked. And don't let anxiety tell you anything other than that. Because it's not true. It's not true. It's so easy to get sucked into what anxiety tells you that you can't do. But it's not true. All right? So that is going to be this week's episode of the Funsexual podcast, okay? I love y'all. by the next time I record, if I'm not in somebody's studio, I might be in my new place. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you for rocking with me as long as you have, for as long as you have, if you new, if you're old, somewhere in between. Thank you for rocking with me. This has really been a journey for me. Y'all have seen me through some ups and some downs for real. And I really try my best to be transparent and put it out there for y'all, because I think it's important to just realize that we're all human. We're all learning. We're all learning. None of us are professional life livers. That doesn't exist. You can read all the books. You can talk to all the people. You can listen to all the podcasts, the radio shows, the newspapers. You could do all of the things, but like none of us are professional life livers. None of us know what's going to happen next, how to prepare ourselves for the things that are happening. So we really just gotta, sometimes you just gotta roll with the punches. Sometimes you just gotta roll with the punches. And so like, thank you for rocking with me as I navigate this life, whatever this life is. Thank you for rocking with me while I figure it the fuck out. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Again, I'm optimistic for what is going to happen next, because I don't know what it is. I do not know what's going to happen next, but I really do feel like this is a upturn for me. So that's it. That's all I got. I love y'all. I'm going to peace it on out and go eat some dinner. Bye.